Yo, what's up, everybody? How are y'all doing, man? How are y'all doing? Good evening, my Daily Discourse family. How's everybody doing, man? We already got 100 plus people in the chat. Shout out to all of y'all. What's going on, you guys? I had to change that thumbnail. It was a little bit too much clickbait because the thumbnail is based off of rumors going around. And I thought these rumors were very silly. They were very, very silly. You know, the New York Times put something out today, and the left was running with it to the point where they said, I saw somebody, and the post is now deleted, the one I wanted to share with you guys, which is why I definitely had to change the thumbnail. But somebody said that Kash Patel finally grew some balls, and he's going to arrest ICE agents. Oh, the shenanigans of the left. The shenanigans of the left, bro. Like, they really thought that the federal government is finally taking the left side and going out and arresting ICE agents. I just thought that was silly, and I really wanted to talk about it. But of course, the post I was referring, and there were people in the comments of that post on X also like repeating it, saying, yeah, we finally got him. Maybe there is hope after all. Like, no, I'm sorry, y'all. No, the FBI is not going to be arresting ICE agents. That would just be silly, first of all. Almost as silly as the creature we got here on screen. What is it? Typical leftoids, all right? Typical leftoids. Cash in arresting any ICE agents. Right? The fact that they were actually going for it and believing it was pretty insane to me. And I really wanted to share that with you guys. But of course, I pulled it up here a minute ago and it's gone. So I guess that's gone. I was trying to look it up, see if I could find anything else of it. And we'll talk about the rumor that was being spread this morning. And DHS shut it down, right? They immediately spoke out about it, shared it on X, and put a statement out about it saying, no, that's not the case. And we'll get into it. Put this super chat goal up. Anything $2 or more, you already know will go towards the goal. Jeffrey, I'll count that one for sure. Thank you for the $2, brother. So how you doing, Arturo? How's it going? Oh, it's going great. I know I should have screenshotted it, but I saw it and I put it on I was looking at it on my laptop over there. I saw it and I saved it. And then I thought I could pull it up here and it was gone. So, oh well. This video is an absolute case study in the mental psychosis. Well, that's how I wanted to start the show off with that. I think I want to try to find something funny to start the show off instead of getting serious about it. You know, I kind of want the show to have more of a entertainment flow to it. You know what I mean? I need to hook you guys in right at the beginning. And I think this video perfectly symbolizes everything that's wrong with the left and gentle parenting and shit like that. Beagle Mom with the $20. I didn't mean to. Damn it. I need to switch these buttons around. Beagle Mom, thank you for the $20. Salutations, y'all. FBI arresting ICE. Come on now. Sinful Clam, you said you're hooked just for me going live. Well, thank you. But Beagle Mom, thank you so much for the $20 right at the start of the show. Don't let her be alone. Don't let her fund the show herself. We all enjoy the show. We got almost 400 people in here. You farted at me? Yeah, I mean, it's just like Chuck Schumer, you know, it just kind of slipped out. Whoops. Just kind of, I pulled the Biden on you. Pulled the Biden on you. Sometimes, you know. Was it a rot pocket queef? You'll never know. Oh, you said, you know, it has a rot pocket. I don't know, man. Anyways, it definitely wasn't a rot pocket queef. How are you guys doing, man? How are y'all doing? Did y'all have a good weekend? Everyone have a good weekend? I had a great weekend, bro. We had a great show on Saturday. It was awesome to be all over the country with our fellow patriots, right? We were out there with Zach X. We were out there with First Amendment Media. We were out there with Manny. Then we got Zach X again. We got to see um, Ground Zero PDX, Shane. And then we got to see Shane and Ryan in Portland, man. I thought it was a great show. I thought it was fantastic. You know, we don't need someone like BG on the scene, right? That's all old news, whatever. I love to see our crew, our side being out there and being able to have eyes all over the country, which is exactly what we did on Saturday. And I thought it was awesome, man. I absolutely enjoyed it. I loved sharing that with you guys. And I love this group of people we have gotten together, you know, that can actually go out there and get the footage we need. And of course, the number one thing I want to do is protect them, make sure they're all safe. We will. You already know Iron Infantry. He's our guy. He's our dog on the ground. He's our guy on the ground in New Jersey. He said he wants to go out to Delaney Hall. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I believe we are going to be checking out Delaney Hall. I might start the show a little bit. Did we see Tommy too? I don't think Tommy went live, did he? On Saturday? I don't think he did. But yeah, man, he's gonna be out there this weekend, or he's gonna be out there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we're gonna be checking it out. You guys already know what it is, and we'll be supporting them. We'll be hanging out with them. It's gonna be awesome. You said this dude looks sad. He looks way worse than sad. He's probably just disappointed he didn't get to have suicide by cop. But anyways, look, we got to get into it, man. Got a lot of updates on ICE. There's a lot of conflict going on right now, man, between ICE. And I don't want to pick sides. I really don't, because the conflict is Bovino and Tom Homan. I love both of them. I think they're both amazing patriots. I think they're both doing what's best for the country, you know, but there's conflict happening right now between them. Bovino doesn't like what Mullins is doing. Tom Homan is like the fall guy. He's the one being thrown in front of the press. He has to go out there and save face. And I feel like they're putting Homan in a very bad spot, but he's like also the guy you want defending you as ICE, right? Jeffrey, thank you for the $2 earlier. And P2 Racing, thank you for the gold coin. Yoda's Green Wiener, thank you for the 3 happy poops. There you go. You happy with that one? Sorry, Yoda's Green Wiener is having a good time in the chat, it looks like. Jesse, thank you for the $10. He said Tommy was live Saturday and Sunday. Oh, okay, well, yeah, there you go. Tommy was live then. And yeah, there's a lot of division going on in ICE. I see a lot of people saying that the mass deportations aren't happening. However, they don't have official numbers to prove it or disprove it. What we have is the comments from Tom Homan and a little bit of commentary from Mark Wayne Mullins, which I'm just like, okay, Mark Wayne Mullins, I get your little TikTok videos, whatever. I'm not going to sit there and watch those. Can we please get you out here to do some press conferences? Can you go to an ICE facility for once in your life? Can you do something? Like, Mark Wayne Mullins is kind of losing me. I'm trying to give him some credit. I feel like we are making movement, like we are in a new transition in ICE, but I need some action. Honestly, I need some action. P2 Racing, thank you for the happy poop. Yoda's Green Wiener with another one. I want Mullins to be the face of ICE. He's the head of DHS, right? So he should be out there in these press conferences talking about these things involving ICE, but yet Homan is the one out there who's the border czar, by the way. He doesn't run ICE. He doesn't really have the say so in ICE like the head of DHS does, right? However, he's got the experience, and I'm sure he's the one informing Mullins of like what's the best tactic and what's the best thing to do. One thing we're looking at here is Homan disagrees with the way that Bovino was doing things like in Minneapolis because of all the chaos that was unfolding, right? You had hundreds of protesters swarming ICE agents. So Bovino's idea was, let's get more ICE agents together. And that way, when we're going through the neighborhoods and we're grabbing people out of these houses, we'll have other ICE agents to back them up to keep the protesters at bay, right? Well, the way Tom Homan put it was like, why do we need 14 ICE agents when we only have one illegal alien? So he wanted to change it up and say, why don't we have one ICE agent and one illegal alien and do it that way? So they've changed the way they don't address where they're going anymore. Now they've just increased the amount of operations unfolding across the country, but they're also spread out so much that the left can't even keep up with them. We saw that this weekend. They didn't know where to protest. We looked at all these different protests across the country, and it was like just narrow. Barely anyone showed up. They didn't have any massive protests, right? I guess Maine was the biggest one, and even that wasn't anything. They just walked up and down the street and yelled at the sky. What was that supposed to do? You know? So the left can't really handle this. They can't get their photo ops, which I agree with Homan. It seems to be working out in our favor. It seems to be working out in our favor, right? The left can't handle it. Yeah, they go all crazy in New Jersey, whatever. We did see that, and that was very frustrating. But the fact that they were at the ICE facility, the ICE agents at the ICE facility should have been able to handle that crowd, which after a while they did, right? But at first it was very annoying to see them blockading the ICE facility and getting away with it and checking people's cars and their IDs or whatever. And then we saw them blocking the vehicles going in and out for the Geo Group employees. Like, that shit was very, very frustrating. And it seemed like Markwayne Mullins was basically saying, hey, don't touch the protesters, leave them alone. So Bovino's approach on the protesters was 10 times better. But I think that Markwayne Mullins and Tom Homan's approach on arresting illegals might be better. I don't know yet because we don't have any official numbers. They haven't released any numbers yet. We haven't got to the end of the fiscal year yet. So we don't have those numbers just yet. We also got to remember there was a massive, 2 or 3 months that DHS was shut down because of the Democrats being stupid in Congress. You gotta factor that in too. All right. Kristi Noem and Bovino didn't have to deal with the shutdown like that. So there's a lot of different things. There's a lot of different aspects going on here. And we're going to have to just wait and see it out. But what I see right now is Bovino is going to all these podcasts and he's talking about how there's no mass deportations happening. And I wish we had a way of actually defining what mass deportations looks like, because boy, we just got this this House resolution that just got introduced in the House, where they would essentially give protection from ICE, from deportation, to any illegal alien that's working on a farm. And I don't like that, man. I don't like that. And we had 50 Republicans agree with it. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. All right. So a lot going on in this country that's got me scratching my head. I'm just like, oh, great. Can we just have mass deportations? Can we just have, is it even possible to have 10,000 arrests in a day? Because that would be, in my opinion, that would be mass deportations. Why don't we just get the military? We get all Border Patrol, we get all of ICE, and we just go ham and start. But you know what? People are going to lose their minds even more so. I don't know. Because here at what would happen, right? If you increase the operations to such an extent to where you do have a couple people getting swept up under the rug and getting kicked out of the country when they shouldn't have been, You never know. Like anything like that could happen. Are we worried about that? Not really. Not real. I mean, I don't know. There's no way of telling what it would look like if we were going around with military and National Guard or something like that, and Border Patrol and ICE, and we were just knocking on doors left and right, and we were just pulling everyone out, checking all their shit. I don't know what that would look like. I don't know how they would be able to increase operations to where they're able to arrest 10,000 people a day. Because right now we're struggling on getting 2,000, right? We're right around getting 2,000 people arrested a day. Kristi Noem had a goal of 3,000 people a day. She never hit that goal, which is interesting because somebody that's attacking Mullins right now on X, she claimed that Kristi Noem was arresting 3,000 aliens a day. And I said, where's the proof of that? Can you give me a source, please? Of course, she never responded. And I asked her twice, even on my post that she commented on. You know, like no one's ever arrested 3,000 illegal aliens in a day. Under Kristi Noem, the maximum they ever saw was 1,200. Maximum. Even during these massive, these targeted operations, those were 1,200 a day at most. And then, right now, supposedly we're hitting 2,000. But now there's another rumor coming up that supposedly they're mixing in the numbers that Border Patrol's arresting at the border with ICE numbers, and that's the number that we got when they said we arrested 10,000 illegal aliens in 5 days. Apparently, it's a combination of ICE arrests and Border Patrol arrests at the border. So, I need real numbers, man. It's hard for me to relay this stuff to you guys when they don't give us real hard numbers, and all we have to go by is what they say in press conferences and, you know, what they tell us. Because what if border arrests were like 1,200 and we only actually got 800 with ICE agents across the country? I don't know. They haven't released the numbers yet. We're going to have to just wait and see. But we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it more, about certain things about it. So if you guys haven't already, don't forget to please hit that like button. Are we live on Rumble? Where's my chat for Rumble? Oh, are you human? Verify you are human. Now I can see you guys on Rumble. I'm sorry, you guys. I did not see y'all. Did anyone send any donations or anything like that? If so, I may have missed it. All right, hopefully not. Now y'all can send donations. Go ahead and run it up. Rejected Pupil, thank you for the 100. And Kelly, thank you for the $5. There is numbers for deportations. Bill Mulligan from Fox News posted the numbers on his X feed. Okay, well, I'll look into that. Oh, shit. I guess we'll go ahead and try that out. Mark Mulligan? Melugan? Oh, Mulligan. Stupid. Bill Melugan. I'm so dumb. I'm sorry. I can't do names, y'all. Oh. You know what's crazy? I was just looking at the ICE website this morning. Would you look at that? Look, updated today. I was literally looking at this shit this morning, trying to find me some numbers. Michael Lopez, thank you for the $2. They went quiet so the left would shut up. Exactly. It actually worked out. Yoda's Green Wiener, thank you for the happy poop and another happy poop. I'm gonna stop doing the happy poops. I know that only cost y'all 10 cents to get a fart out of me. I'm gonna have to run it up. You need to send 10 happy poops before you get one. But okay, so this is, oh, this is different. This looks different than the other one anyways. Daily tech costs. What do we got? Do we got arrests? Detention. I might have to just take a look at this later, y'all. I don't want to sit here and look at numbers all day. All right, I'm gonna take a look at that later, but thank you for bringing that to my attention, and I'll save that. What does he say? New ICE data dump reveals the agency has carried out 356,000 deportations so far in fiscal year. That includes, I think that's from like what, October? Yeah, October 1st all the way until now, I guess. Averages about 1,200 deportations a day. ICE currently has 65,000 people in ICE detention, 39,000 of whom 60% have criminal convictions. Yeah, whatever. They're all just as bad. The data also confirms Tom Homan's recent statements that June saw a record-setting number of immigration arrests with 43,138 arrests, which is higher than January and February when the surge in Minnesota was in effect. Wow. July is on pace to potentially break the June record. Okay. Well, there you go. Shit, man. Okay, Yoda's green wiener. Here you go, bro. There you go. God damn, how many did you send? 20? Thank you for the high five. I wish there was honestly a way to not get all these little. It pops up in the chat, and I think that's like good enough. Because I mean, these things are like 10 cents, right? Weenie Cat, thank you for the happy poops. Chris out of date, thank you for the happy poops. All right, there you go, y'all. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, some were only 1 cent. The happy poops are 10 cents, I think. I could be wrong, but I think they're 10 cents. Anyways, all right, we got to get on with the show, y'all. Y'all got to stop stinking up the classroom. We got to get on with the show, all right? This is my punishment for putting fart noises on my soundboard. I knew it. It was my punishment. I knew I was going to regret it one day. Anyways, we need open up the windows. We need some air fresh. Get the Febreze. All right, get the Febreze and start spraying it around. Or you know what? Why don't we just cook some bacon? There we go. Just go ahead and cook some bacon. Let's get to it, man. Speaking of fart noises. All right. So this fascinating creature you're seeing on the screen here had an absolute meltdown because a police officer didn't call him ma'am or she or go by his designated pronoun that he chose for himself, right? This is him after, right? When he's actually had some accountability and some sense knocked into him. This is him before. Okay, let me show y'all the full video. I'm sure you may have already seen it, but this is the full 8-minute video, the entire meltdown. Let's get to it, man.
What's the problem?
Why do you let those kids get away with this? They are not supposed to be here!
If you don't lower your voice, I am going to put handcuffs on you, and I'm going to take you to a Baker Act facility. You lower your voice.
Fucking try it.
Are you threatening me?
You're threatening me.
Are you threatening me?
I'm gonna just...
Because I'm here right now to deal with a stolen vehicle. I ain't got time to hear you screaming and yelling.
I don't have time to constantly be abused.
We'll get OPD done.
Oh no!
I gotta work this stolen vehicle.
What do you mean? Oh,
He should have just tased him right then and there. Tased and maced him. Tased and maced him. Listen, this is the outcome of gentle parenting, y'all.
PD.
Alpha 73 University.
Alpha 73.
Can we get another unit to deal with Jay Lee here?
Tagged him and bagged him.
Say! Just say the right pronoun!
What'd you say?
7351.
Get down.
What you say to me?
No!
You're about to get sprayed.
No! Just
Get down on the ground right now.
Leave me alone!
I can come in there.
Leave me alone, please!
Okay, are you gonna calm down?
I'm getting my phone out. I have to
Okay,
film
I'm
it.
telling you. Are you gonna calm down?
I
Don't
will
charge your
calm down! I will calm
You know what this is?
I
This
will
is
calm
OC
down
spray.
when you get the pepper spray out of my face!
Alpha 73.
Leave me alone!
I have
Just please!
pepper spray.
Please! Just stop pointing the pepper spray at me! I will calm down if you do that! Stop threatening me!
Yeah, lower your voice.
Oh, there it is. The toddler tantrum.
Hello!
You want to get tased?
I want you to leave me alone! You have been particularly abusing me!
So this may work with your daddy. It ain't gonna work with me, sir.
You follow me!
You are good.
And stick to abuse administrators!
I gotta deal
Don't
with
you
this story. I
remember?
gotta deal with this story.
Don't you remember?
Jaylee,
Get away!
You don't tell me where to go.
Fuck you! Fuck you, cop!
Alpha 73 University.
I want to be away from
No,
him.
it's too late now. It's too late now. He's gonna be taken away.
Shay!
He said no, it's already over. It's too late for him. He said, she. My pronoun is she. That's what really set him off. Yeah, look, man, listen. There ain't no way there should be someone like him talking to a cop like that, yelling, screaming. This is, some people keep on saying it's mental illness. Man, you could have fixed this shit with the belt and some consequences. Regular, everyday consequences from back in the day. Just get the belt out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this could have been or if you don't want to get the belt, just get that, keep that pimp hand strong. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do as a parent, man. You got to teach your kid about consequences early. Otherwise, they're going to be running around like this, yelling at police officers. And guess what? That spanking that you gave them, that's easy work. Wait until a cop mazes them and then hits them with tasers, and they're on the ground flopping like a damn fish because you didn't teach your kid no consequences.
It's taken.
It's about to happen.
I just want to get away from him.
I understand that.
Are you good? Miss! Tickling me! Just say she!
Oh, no. Get them gloves out.
Can you please just tell them to use the right pronoun?
Racist. You said racist?
Please! You know it's causing me a lot of distress.
I need you to bring it down here, though, okay?
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you very nicely. Put your stuff down, turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Delta 70 to Riley or Rivera.
Not going to be arrested.
Put your stuff down.
Rivera.
No!
Put your hands behind your back.
No!
Okay, so
Just trying to get
I'm
on
only
the
gonna
right.
ask you
Wow.
one more time.
What do you mean, no?
You can record all you want, but it's already beyond that point. We already tried.
You're stressing me out.
Yes, guys, this is real.
Please stop stressing.
We already tried to help you. So
No, you didn't.
yes.
You came in with hostile intent.
Put your hands.
You yelled at him.
Be alone.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry, buddy.
Get on the ground right now.
Don't
Get on the
hurt
ground.
me.
Get on the ground right now.
Don't hurt me.
Get down on the ground right now.
Hey!
Yeah, yeah. Teach him a fucking lesson. Teach him the lesson his daddy should have taught him.
Stop. Get down.
Medic!
He needs some milk.
Did he say? Hold on. Did he say I'm a her? What did he say?
Help me!
Get it down.
A her.
Are you gay? Get him down.
Oh, don't show that.
Hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back.
I can't.
No.
My rights. I just wanted you to.
Come on, stop.
Josh, please.
At this point, what's the point of even resisting?
Josh. Josh, please.
Josh.
Understanding.
They always got a gay boyfriend named Josh. Josh. Josh is like, I ain't doing shit, bro.
Don't say him. Her.
Okay, her. I'm gonna spray her. Put your hand behind your back. Yes.
He said, fine, fuck it, her. I'm gonna spray the fuck out of her.
No, please don't say him. Her.
Okay, her. I'm gonna spray her. Put your hand behind your back.
No.
Yes. I don't want to spray you.
On three, reference.
Give me your hand.
One resisting. As you get
Facts. This cop is a legend.
Anyway, I can.
No, give me your hand.
Fine, her, whatever the fuck you want. When you go to jail, that's exactly what they're gonna call you.
I can.
Trust me, you gonna be a ma'am.
See what's
Oh, the taser's coming out. Oh, you hear that? Huh?
Put your hand behind your back.
Put your hand behind your back.
Space.
Give me your hand.
I just need
Give me
space,
your
please.
hand.
Put your hand.
Jalen, give me your hand.
Okay, I'm gonna tase you if you don't cooperate.
Jalen,
Taser.
give me. Jalen, it's gonna hurt, man. Just give me your hand. He's not gonna tase you. You give me your hand.
You're gonna arrest me.
Give me
No.
your hand.
Yes.
Yeah, of course you're getting arrested.
I don't arrest you.
Just do it.
Go.
Oh, assaulted an officer.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Leave me alone.
Give me your hand.
Alone.
Oh no.
Give me your hand.
Oh shit. Look at his socks.
I got his legs. I got his legs.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Let go. Put your wrist.
Relax him, okay?
There you go.
Like, damn, bro, you crop dusted me right in my face.
Charges.
What, battery?
And battery on Leo.
I don't intend to be. What was I supposed to do?
Okay.
Comply.
Stupid?
Now you're under arrest for battery.
What am I supposed to do? He's still trying to sound like a girl, too.
Watch your head.
Roll over. Now get up.
Josh, please.
On your knee.
I'm trying.
Josh.
I got my phone.
I don't know where it is.
Ow, I can't get up.
You said you did taser, right?
No, in a couple days when you're in jail, it's going to be Tyrone. Wow, man.
anyone or any references.
Stun. Sit down.
This is,
Department, take a look at you.
This is all bad, man. Jesus. Like, okay, why would you keep fighting and keep fighting just to have your pronouns said like that? Obviously, you're going to jail. I mean, what's wrong with these people? Because a lot of times they keep fighting, you know? They really do think they're gonna leave and they're gonna get away and there's never gonna be any consequences, like they're gonna win. They're going to escape and they're just going to go back to their daily life and say, oh, that racist cop. You know, like, he could have just given up in the first 5 seconds and then they would have probably just let him go after he would have settled down, you know? But now it's like you keep pushing and pushing and pushing for what? You're only making your situation worse. You're not going to just get away and then run off and go prance around like a fairy in the courtyard again. That's over and done with. You and Josh, that's not happening tonight, all right? You and Josh are not hooking up tonight. Y'all ain't doing some the nasty. You ain't doing none of that. But he's still saying like it's a her. It's her. Those are my pronouns. Usually at this point, you know, the bass comes out and they say, "Man, fuck you, man. Let go of me, man." After a while, that starts to happen, you know. But he's holding on to his pronoun. He's staying in character. Okay, that's the best way to put it. He's staying in character. For what? I don't know. Y'all need to beat y'all need to beat this demon out of your child early. I'm not saying beat your kids, and I'm not saying that, okay? But you got to have some form of discipline. Timeouts, that doesn't work. The best teacher in life is pain. I'm not saying beat your kids. I'm not saying hurt them intentionally. But sometimes you're gonna have to make that ass hurt. You're gonna have to make it hurt. And it's much better when their butt cheeks are sore from you spanking them than being now he's plastered online. Now everyone's looking at him. This is the face, right? This is his face forever. Looking just like a whole mess. A disaster. But that's him. Without the wig. You certainly are not a ma'am now. Certainly. But, you know, I don't know. You just got to teach your kids discipline, man. You only have to do it like 1 or 2 times, right? And then the threat of that ass whooping again is all it really takes. You know, hey, you need pow pow again? No, sir. No, sir. That's right. You better straighten up. Simple as that, man. Then you just got to raise the voice, put them in their place for a minute, teach them respect. And when the moment they start getting out of line, you correct that shit right then and there. I bet this dude's dad was submissive to the wife. If his dad was even there, okay, let's not forget that. The dad may not have even been there. All right, there's the first part. And I guess the mom was probably like, don't hit him. Don't spank him. Let's go have a conversation with him. What did you do wrong? You're not going to do it again, right? No, Mom, of course not. Good. Here's an ice cream. Like, Jesus, man. That ain't how that shit works. That ain't how that shit works at all, man. Telling you. That gentle parenting crap, that don't teach them nothing. What it does, it sets them up to be this guy right here. Out here, acting a fool, pretending and acting like there's no such thing as consequences or accountability. And then you create demons like this. And then they start hanging out with a guy named Josh. And Josh is his new daddy. Josh is his new daddy. Let me tell you what, he'll submit to his daddy now. Just not you. Not his father. It's terrible, man. Y'all got to be real fathers out of here. Y'all can't be letting women run the household. Nope. When they start doing that gentle parenting crap, you say, man, get out of my way. I'm going to show you. Get out of my way. Push her out of the room. Shut the damn door. Lock it. And you handle business like a dad should. I don't know, man. I grew up at a different time, a different era. Okay, I got the belt when I was younger. I had the real belt, all right? Ain't no chocolate. It was the damn belt. Just, of course, when I got the belt, I think my mom went a little too far on that one. But you know what? It gave me a lot of character. I'll tell you that. All right, I'll tell you that. I think my mom got a little carried away sometimes. But yeah. Anyways, what are we talking about? Listen, don't let your kids be this. No more gentle parenting. Make parenting great again. Speaking of gentle parenting, now we got to talk about protests Ask Free Lee, thank you for the happy poop. Spanky, thank you for the $2. He said he needs some milk.
He needs some milk.
Not from Josh, though. Jalen, thank you for the 5. He said, best video ever. It really was. It was just a great example of how demented and screwed up these people on the left are, man. Jalen with another 5. Tough bitch. There, I fixed his problem. There you go. Just call him a bitch. He wants to be, it's she. All right, fine. You're a bitch. Alpine Retreat, thank you for the $2 on Rumble. It's a mixed up, muddled up, shook up world, except for Lola. Okay. Wes, thank you for the happy poop. Thank you guys for hitting those contributions. He said, Arturo, it's not women, it's the fake psychology from the 60s. Dads are just, well, it's really just feminism. You want to just narrow it down to something? Blame it on feminism. It removed masculinity from men. I mean, look at the guys we got growing up now, bro. Look at them. They're basically just mothers. They're basically just mothers. They're too nice. Men are just, these new age men, they're too nice. They're just too nice and too calm and like too passive, you know what I mean? They don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. They don't want confrontation. Man, you got to get shit done. As a man, you got to get shit done. Sometimes you got to move people out the damn way. That's what men have forgotten. It's normally like you just kind of sit back and wait for someone else to give you direction, subservient, you know what I mean? Nah, these new, and I feel bad for women now. I see why women are out of control, because men ain't willing to wrangle them in. And so these women are out here running amok. Running amok. And men are too whipped. Put in their place. Told you can't handle no woman, you're going to go to jail for that. We're in the age now where women can literally revoke consent while they're sleeping with someone and then call the police afterward. Like they have a one-night stand with someone and then they go straight to the hospital, claim that they were raped, have a rape kit and everything. And the guy just like, at first he thought, yeah, man, great night, had a great chick over. She was hot. Everything went great. And then the next morning, the police are knocking on his door. What happened? You treated her. You went to dinner. You got her drinks. Y'all having a great time. And the next morning, she just, out of nowhere, you get arrested. And then what? You go to court and you got all these people that the hell is that? You got all these people that are looking at you like you're a demon, immediately assuming you're guilty before the trial even begins. Mr. Mike, thank you for the cop 4,000. Would you want to go to war with him? Oh, with that guy? Oh, no. Well, you know what? We could use some body shields, so, you know, he could be a sacrifice. I don't know what a COP 4,000 is, but what is that? Let me look at that real quick. That sounds like you gave me $4,000, but I know that's not the case. About $5 or $2. Oh, $2. Okay. What is COP? Mike, are you actually a spy from another country, paying in another country's currency, sir? Caught on to you, Mike. No wonder you've been following me since the beginning. I'm just playing, man. Anyways, COD points, right? Yeah, we need to make a lot of things great again. You know what I was watching yesterday? I actually watched the whole first season of Yellowstone. It's a great show. I was about to start watching the second season, honestly. Black Box Gaming, what's up, man? Finally caught alive. Love the content, brother. Hey, shout out to you. Welcome. If you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button. In Colombia. Thank you, sir, for the 4,000 again. Thank you, thank you. You like it? You like Yellowstone, Beagle Mom? I've been putting it off. I was like, I don't know about Yellowstone. I don't know about it just yet. Now that I watched the first episode, I was immediately hooked. And I just watched the whole first season, stayed up until like 2 a.m. last night. Me and my wife were watching it. It's a good show. You stop watching after the third season? Oh, don't tell me that. Randall Livingston, thank you for the $5. Have you seen the Northwest audit video from Washington State? I have not. No, I have not. Thank you for the $5, sir. How many seasons is Yellowstone? I didn't even look. Knowing me, though, what I'll do is I'll turn it on and it'll just be in the background while I'm like editing my videos or doing research on my computer or something. Is it a cowboy series? Yeah, I would say so. It's a really good show, though. Really, really good. I was looking for something to watch because I can't watch Landman for like the fourth time again. They have a new season coming out, by the way. I think it was in November. Landman season 3 is coming out in November. I can't wait for that. But I love the show. I love the family dynamics and the masculinity in the show. You know, like just a good, normal show that ain't all woke and ain't all this feminist crap all muddied into it. And that's why I liked Yellowstone as well. Yeah, Landman is such a good show, man. I can't wait. Go watch The Sopranos. I've never watched that either. Maybe I need to check that out. What? Which one are you talking about? Yellowstone or Landman? You didn't even make it through the first season? Oh. Either one. Pissing on Stone? No, it's about he basically the head of the family, the Dutton family. I said that last night too. My wife said Dutton. That shit sounds stupid. You're stupid. This family owns a massive ranch in Montana, right? And these other business owners and these Indians from the that have land around there, they're trying to take the land from him, and he's also fighting to keep it, while his children who will inherit it are also doing a bunch of nonsense. So he has to he's struggling, right? He's doing everything he can to fight off these billionaires from taking over his land, while also his kids who will inherit it are also acting a fool. And it's just like, it's who's this? I forget who the actor is. The main character. Jeez, man, I suck at names, honestly. Somebody's gonna say it before I pull it up. Kevin Costner, that's right. Great role for Kevin Costner. Yep, there it is. It's all coming down. Yep, Kevin Costner. Give the show a try. It was like the end of the first episode really hooked me in, and so I spent all last night watching it. I think I started watching it around like 5 o'clock, and I just sat there and watched the whole damn show. Had a couple beers and just chilled out, man. So that was my weekend. My wife put my son to bed. She came back and we finished watching the first season. So it was all good. Jay Lynn, thank you for the $2. Said here. Oh, I'm not gonna sing all that. Y'all can't make me sing on demand. Here, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Ah, fuck. I need to refund you your money for that one. Car guy, thank you for the gold coin. I'll sing when I feel it sometimes, but I can't do that. Yellowstone is a BLM issue. They briefly touch on BLM for a little bit. They do talk about politics too, because his son wants to run for attorney general, and he wants his daughter to run for Senate, I think it was. So there is like political aspects involved in the show. You know, it's a good show, man. I'd really recommend you guys check it out if you haven't already. I was putting off Yellowstone for a very long time, and yesterday I just got hooked in. So needed a good show to watch, and that was my show. Yoda's Green Wiener with another happy poop. All right, let's get to it, man. Let's get on with the show. I do like just shooting the shit with you guys, you know. So that way we're not rushing through the show, and we just have a good time. We just have a good time and enjoy ourselves, and then we get on with it. All right. All right. I'll give The Sopranos a shot right after Yellowstone. I'll give it a shot. I told my wife that the other day. I was like, you know, I should check that show out. I've heard a lot about it. I don't know. Oh, Bureau of Land Management. Huh. It's the first BLM, the real BLM, not the fake one. All right, let's get to it, man. What are we talking about? Oh, protests. Great. So this weekend, we watched a bunch of protests all across the country. They were protesting ICE. Now, what we noticed, though, is the turnout was really low. It was miserable. These protests were small. There was no like mainstream media press coverage of it. There was nothing going on, even in Maine and even in Houston. Well, there's a little bit of coverage here in Houston, but these protests have lost their power, their influence. There's nothing behind them. It was supposed to be their big day, right? The No King's Day protest thing, where millions of people across the country showed up. Not that many people showed up at all. As a matter of fact, here's the coverage here in Houston.
Well, hundreds of people gathered in Houston earlier today to honor Lorenzo Salgado Araujo and call for justice following the death during an ICE operation. Organizers say the rally was also about raising awareness for those living in fear as immigration enforcement continues across the region. Fox 26's Leslie Delasport has more.
For the people who gathered here today, this was not only about one person, but also standing up for their community, demanding answers in the death of Lorenzo Salgado Araujo, but also giving a voice to those who feel silenced.
Our existence is our resistance. As a Latina woman and as an immigrant, I know that our people are afraid, and understandable so. It hits so close home. But it is because we're afraid that we need to show up.
Can anyone help me figure out why do we mix in this whole Native American thing when ICE is about removing illegals from the country back to their homeland? Why are we mixing in the Native American aspect? It's not like we're going after Native Americans and deporting them to, you know, around the corner or something. Like, what's the point of mixing in the Native American aspect with anti-ICE protests? I cannot figure that out. You know, I mean, it's the left. Nothing they do makes sense. But I was scratching my head earlier thinking, what does this mean? Yeah, safer to self-deport. I'll self-deport myself to, you know, the next neighborhood. But you're gonna send me that $1,000, right?
Lorenzo reminded me of my family. It hits too close to home, and my mom.
Oh my God!
For my future, for me not to sit here in the heat and fight for hers. Human rights is not optional.
Wait, hold on.
We can all just sit down.
I hate to do this. Is this man? Is that a man?
Human rights is not optional.
I can't tell no more, man. I saw the mustache. I'm like, is that lady got a mustache?
Remember that history repeats itself. You know, we've seen it in 2016. We're seeing it again now. We have to put a stop to it. It's our job with our voices to rise up for those that can't for fear of
repercussion. If you don't understand, or if you never knew Lorenzo, or if you don't know about immigration personally, the point is that it was a human life taken unfairly, and that shouldn't matter what color, what race, where he came from. It was a human life wrongfully taken.
Like, not again. And then it happened in Maine less than a week afterwards, and nobody's doing anything, and nobody's changing anything. And if we don't stand up and protect our communities, I don't know who's going to.
Well, you know, here's a secret you may not have figured out yet, but you guys can protect your communities if you tell illegal aliens to go back home. Take the $1,000 in self-deport. Have the opportunity to come back the right way. There's that option. Or how about, here's another option. How about we just don't run over ICE agents? How about we just don't run over ICE agents, and then all of a sudden, there we go. Then you don't have to worry about nothing. Life goes on.
Peaceful democratic solutions is closing, and if those are things that interest you, you should take the opportunity for that now.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But it's our responsibility of people with a conscience. It's our responsibility as fellow Houstonians, our responsibility as an immigrant community to demand justice when one of our people is stolen brutally in broad daylight.
We need to demand justice, and we need our elected officials to see that we're not going to stop until there is justice.
What are your elected officials going to do? Exactly. Y'all want to abolish ICE. You need Congress to do that. Well, the Republicans sure as hell aren't going to do that. Y'all need to vote, I guess, right? Y'all need to take back the majority in the House and the Senate, and then hope that you get supermajority, because you know Donald Trump is definitely not going to sign that when it hits his desk. The only way they're ever going to abolish ICE is if they have a supermajority in the House, or they tricked enough Republicans to turn on the Republican Party and actually go through with giving them supermajority where they don't need the president's signature. There is that, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. So what are y'all doing? You're just wasting time. You're just looking stupid. Whatever. You're making us content. At least there's that.
And so I just really hope that our community will raise their voice and show up and come out and demand justice.
This is just a grift. It's just a hustle. Making some money.
Plan to continue holding events and pushing for change. Reporting in Houston, Leslie Delaspora, Fox 2.
I'm sure they will.
Now to the latest in the investigation. More than a week after an ICE agent shot and killed Lorenzo Salgado Araujo in East Houston, there are a lot of questions that remain about what led up to this deadly shooting.
Well, we already know what it is. He tried to run over an ICE agent, and that's the interesting part. But nobody wants to talk about this attorney, all right? What did I tell you guys? This guy is facing kidnapping charges in Florida, and now he's facing strangulation charges of his ex-wife here in Texas. And he's an attorney representing two of the illegal aliens that were arrested from this event, right? Well, the news won't even talk about that. They're just going to talk about what he's doing for the illegal aliens. And right now, he's fighting to have them removed from ICE custody.
Leading us off, new developments in the deadly ICE shooting of Lorenzo Salgado.
Attorneys for the three passengers in Salgado's van that day, including his brother, have asked a federal judge to release their clients from ICE custody. Investigative reporter Jeremy Rogowski found there are new details about the shooting in court filings. Jeremy?
That's right, Juanita. The three men have been in custody at an ICE facility in Conroe since the day of the shooting. These new court filings claim they're being unlawfully detained.
Attorneys for two of
it. Does it matter how they were detained? They're illegal immigrants. Does it matter? Okay, let's go ahead and release them from custody and let's arrest them again. How about that? How about we wait for them to be released from custody and immediately arrest them again? Because they are illegal aliens. And then what are you going to say then? Like, I don't understand. And then, yeah, there was fucking meth in the car on top of evading arrest. I'm sorry. If you have like one guy driving and four people in the car with him, and they have police go on a police chase and there's news coverage of it, you know, there's drugs in the car and they've been dodging and weaving through traffic, and then they all get pulled over, do those other 4 people get let go and they only arrest the driver? Or does everybody go down? Everybody goes down, right? That's how it works with American citizens. Why do these illegals get special treatment?
The construction workers in Lorenzo Salgado's van say their clients have lived in the U.S. for decades with no criminal history, and each
that does not help their case. That makes it even worse.
Does not pose a national security or public safety threat. Court filings claim Daniel Terrado Pantoja and Jose Trinidad Rojas Pliego were both victims of a violent crime at ICE's hands, threatened with imminent bodily injury with a deadly weapon. The men had been trailed by 2 unmarked ICE SUVs
Look at that.
East End, at one point appearing to cut off Salgado's van. The pursuit ended on Canal Street with Salgado shot and killed by ICE.
Well, who cares, right? We don't really care about this. Hopefully they don't let them out of custody. But what I wanted to remind you guys is that, yeah, this attorney, Hugo Balderas Ibarra, is facing multiple felony charges, right? Remember, last year was actually being sentenced on the kidnapping, false imprisonment charges that he was facing in Florida, right? He actually pled no contest. He got a sweetheart deal to, what do they say? He pled no contest to misdemeanor battery, but prosecutors dropped the kidnapping charge. He got a sweet deal in Florida, man. Now he only receives 12 months of probation, some community service, and a domestic violence intervention program. Isn't that nice? Dude kidnaps somebody, and then just gets a little bit of probation, a little bit of community service. There were people, man, listen, some people have been charged with hefty crimes for not doing shit. But yeah, this guy, he gets a sweetheart deal. Don't worry though, here in Texas, he's still facing felony domestic violence assault charge, right? Because he strangled his girlfriend. Commonly described as strangulation. He's not been convicted in that case yet. That's still pending. But it's just crazy. Nobody wants to talk about that. No mainstream media news network is going to bring up the fact that this guy is a kidnapping woman beater. But it's whatever, right? Let's make sure these illegal immigrants don't get held up in ICE custody. That would just be terrible. It's all of it just doesn't make any sense. And the fact that you had Democrats putting this guy on the stage and clapping for him, and he's like their hero, you know, because he's saving these illegals, and now they're trying to keep them out of court, or keep them out of
the district attorney's office,
keep them out of detainment or whatever. This is crazy.
Certified their U visa applications, writing that the criminal activity the DA is investigating includes murder, manslaughter, or criminally negligent homicide. In court filings, both passengers refute ICE's claims that the van had tried to run over a federal officer. And Rojas Pliego says ICE fired more than one gunshot, writing, "They suddenly cornered us and we told Lorenzo to stop."
Let me look at that window real quick. So this window is either rolled down or busted out. Both windows are down. Because what actually happened was, right, because this dude pulled up on the sidewalk or whatever. I don't know where exactly it happened. We don't have the video footage of it all. All we do know from not only the witnesses, but the attorney that is representing ICE, they said ICE one of the ICE agents pulled up to this window on foot. Okay, so he walked up to the window or ran up to the window, put his arms through the window, had his weapon drawn, told this guy to put the van in park. So the ICE agent is in the window, right? Arms in the window. Well, he reverses it. And I'm sure the ICE agent was thinking, oh, he's going to run me over. And he shot him. He reverses and then he goes forward. Yes, it was absolutely putting his life in danger. He was weaponizing the vehicle against him. So he shot him, and that's how it all unfolded. Now, what they're trying to claim right now is that, do you see, ICE wasn't even in front of the van. He was on the side of the van. So you can't claim that they were trying to run him over. That's what they're trying to twist this story up to be. But no, he was absolutely weaponizing the vehicle. He was doing everything he could to get away, you know, and he ended up losing his life for it. I guess running from the police doesn't work out after all, huh? Especially with meth in the van. Which I wonder if you could see it right there. Because the meth was up here. Look, there's a little baggie right there. Little baggie right there. But let me guess, ICE just has meth in their pocket, so that way when they run into trouble, they can just throw it up here. Yeah, maybe that's what it was, guys. Pretty crazy that they're twisting the story up this much. Anyways, let's get to this next one. We got to talk about this terrorist attack that happened today. Mr. Mike, thank you for the 4,000 Colombian something. My family is Latino, feel offended by that card play. My family is Latino, feel offended by that card play. I guess. Thank you for the happy poop, Karen. And also another happy poop. Jenny Owens, thank you for the 5. He said, ICE, keep deporting. Let's go. Yep, keep it up, ICE. Keep it up. All right. Let's talk about this terrorist attack. Do I want to combine it? Hold on. You know what? All right, here we go. All right, let's get this thing all set up, ready to go. If y'all just coming in here, please hit that like button. We got to talk about this terrorist attack that happened this morning. So in New York City, outside of Federal Building, I think it was an ICE building. I keep hearing it's an ICE building. I'm not 100% sure. But outside this Federal Building, somebody lit a fire, put some fireworks down or some explosives down, and then immediately was arrested by DHS, ICE agents, and local police. All right. This is considered a terrorist attack. So let's see what happened exactly. So there was a fire right here. That's them using a fire extinguisher to put it out. You can see the guy getting arrested in the background over here. The police come out. They're like, what's going on, man? Oh. There's a security guy right there. A federal building which has ICE offices in it. Okay, so this is a message towards ICE, right? Now you can see they're arresting this guy. What do you think the guy looks like, y'all? Here he comes. Oh my God. No Juan left behind. That's right. Not a white liberal. I thought it was going to be a white liberal. When I first heard the news, I thought it was going to be a white liberal. No, it's Paco. Edgar, maybe? Yeah, it's just a Latino dude. I'm like, man, how much money did they pay him to go over here and do this? They say, here's a gas tank, here's some fireworks, go over there and do this. Paying them like $30. Maybe like a crinkled up 20. $2 and like some change they found in the cup holder in the car. Yeah, you know, here you go, man. Here's this gas tank. Go light it on fire right over there and just call it a day. Now, he did have just in suspect who detonated incendiary device at NYC's 26 Federal Plaza ICE FBI building left behind an ICE off our street sign plus cart of items. Yeah, this has leftist, liberal, terrorist attack all over. Antifa terrorist attack all over. Now this dude's life is over. All right, they're gonna hit him hard with the terrorism charge. The left isn't gonna care about him. They're not gonna save him, right? We got him ID'd. They're talking about this on Fox. Let's check it out.
Around 9 o'clock this morning, a man with an incendiary device and some liquid, I don't know what the liquid was, put the liquid down, set some fireworks on top of it. It caused a little bit of a little fire. He was armed with a pellet gun. 2 people were injured. Our Joint Terrorism Task Force is investigating this as an anti-government attack on a federal facility.
Top of the new hour here, chaos outside a federal building in New York City today. Thick smoke erupting outside the lower Manhattan complex as agents confront a suspect with their guns drawn. Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Sandra Smith. We have an update on that situation. And look who's joining us this week. Jillian, good to have you here today.
Thank you for having me, Sandra.
Oh, that's so cute. Here, I want to show you this video first. All right.
Oh, my God.
So this is him actually dumping the liquid out. There's fireworks in it. He sets it on fire. Woo! Got his little foot on fire.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. The way they're saying, oh, my God, kind of makes me feel like they're the ones that set him up for it.
Get away from there. Oh, my God. Get away from there. No. Get away from there. Oh, my God.
Immediately got arrested.
Get away.
There was the firework popping that you heard. Somebody grabs his rifle right here. Or pellet gun, not a rifle, but a pellet gun.
Oh, my God.
I thought one of them grabs it and walks off with it.
This is insane.
But anyways, let's get back to this.
America reports right now the FBI says they have a suspect in custody. No word on what caused the smoke we saw on scene earlier, but investigators say an incendiary device was used outside the building. It houses ICE agents as well as a federal immigration court.
Law enforcement sources telling Fox News Digital the suspect's name is Andrew Arabica and that he had, quote,
Andrew Mercado. Oh,
stuff on him. The White House reporters are Tom Homan will be here to react in moments.
First, we go to correspondent Nate.
What's up, Tom?
Right here in the New York newsroom with all the details. Hey, Nate.
Hey, Jillian. Good afternoon. So, yeah, those law enforcement sources confirming with Fox News Digital the man arrested is named Andrew Arabica and that he had anti-ICE stuff on him. Take a live look at the scene in downtown Manhattan, the federal building. You can see investigators here picking up evidence right now. This building houses New York City's immigration court, ICE offices, and FBI field office. You can see that things are more calm now. Take a look at this next video at about 9 a.m. Eastern time. Things looked very different.
You think so? Wounds are us. She says, thank you for the $5 on Rumble. Says, this guy in New York was doing a recon for a bigger op. Now they know how long and from which direction response comes from. He was simply sacrificed. Well, that may be the case, but now that they know that, you know, they're at risk for something like this, they're definitely going to be more prepared for something like this to happen again.
This was right after that.
For a while, anyways.
Set off fireworks outside the building, Arabica. Federal agents took him into custody. They also found a pellet gun. The FBI's assistant director in charge, James Barnacle, provided an update on those injured in the attack.
2 people were injured, 1 federal employee and 1 civilian. Minor injuries. They are both treated and released.
Democratic politicians who frequently criticize ICE are striking a different tone than normal after this morning's attack. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries said acts of terror and violence will never be tolerated, while New York City mayors
blah, blah, blah.
In part on X, quote, "What occurred outside 26 Federal Plaza this morning was deeply disturbing. I'm relieved no one was seriously injured and that a suspect is in custody. My team is in touch with the NYPD and we will support the federal investigation." Now,
blah, blah, blah.
The same building is.
Look, man, this shit is just mouth service. This is generic. Hey, post. It's like talking to your secretary. Hey, post something generic out there. You know, ask ChatGPT to whip me up something. What will make the MAGA think that we had nothing to do with this? You know, just whip me up something real quick and throw it up out there. He says, like, this is deeply disturbing. I mean, yeah, I guess it's disturbing, but it's not surprising. Like, I'm surprised this isn't happening more often, you know? This is what y'all do. Y'all ask for this shit every single day. Y'all are on press conferences calling ICE the Gestapo. Y'all say that they're not law enforcement, that y'all should just attack them, run away, don't listen to them, don't follow their orders. Hell, some of y'all are on TikTok talking about shoot them. You don't know if there's somebody trying to kidnap you. You have every right to shoot them. Yeah, bullshit. Well, what do we see happening? All this rhetoric is telling these people to disregard ICE, disregard them and stop taking them seriously. And now you got people dying because they want to attack ICE. They think they have the right to attack them. Now they're thinking they have the right to do terrorist attacks. And then you got the left. Listen, when the left comes out super quick with some sort of generic statement, you know, when they come out like this and they say these things immediately, it just lets me know that they had these scripts prepared for when the event happened. It's the same thing when mass shootings happen, right? How they love to just immediately jump on the gun, capitalize on it, and then tell everybody we need stricter gun laws. Like, they're ready for these things to happen. They're waiting for them to happen, and they're always ready to go. They always got the scripts ready. All of a sudden, the press conferences start popping up left and right. 5 seconds after, the bodies are still on the ground, still warm, and they're out there talking about gun control. Like, come on, man. It just, when the left comes out like this, immediately after these events happen, it makes me think they're involved in it. Or they all knew that this is going to happen, and now we got to prepare for the press conferences and to capitalize, you know? What do they always say? The Democrats never let a good tragedy go to waste. And they always capitalize on good tragedies all the time. And this is just another one of them. Hakeem Jeffries, full of shit, bro. This is the same guy that says y'all should go attack ICE. The left is out of their minds, man. And thank God we haven't lost an ICE agent yet. You know, but how long until that happens? How long until it happens en masse? That's the problem. It's crazy, right? And I kind of said this in my other video, but ICE isn't looked at the same way as the police are, because there's a lot of people in the country that may not pay attention to politics. They may not be hearing all the noise going on in the mainstream media. They think of the police as people that are going to come and save them, right? So they have that little bit of favor. They have hero stories, police showing up and saving lives, right? ICE never saves lives technically, because they only come up to arrest people, detain them, and ship them out of the country. So they don't have the hero stories that makes them look good. They just look like an agency that's going and grabbing people, like what they always claim, right? Grabbing black and brown people, kidnapping them, and shipping them out of the country. So that's why the power of the media's rhetoric is so strong against ICE. It really is just so dangerous, man. So damn dangerous. And now we're at the point where there was a shooting. I think it was Phoenix, Arizona, at an ICE facility last Wednesday. I didn't even know about that until somebody tagged me on X over the weekend. But there was a shooting at an ICE facility. I don't know the full story of it. There was nothing released of it when I looked it up. But yeah, there was a shooting that occurred at an ICE detention center, Phoenix, Arizona. Now we got a terrorist attack happening here in New York City. Telling you, man, like these things are going to be occurring more and more often as time goes on. It's not good. It's not good at all. Get them off the screen. Okay, Cindy, I get it. Okay. All right, I got you. Let me bring these over here real quick. We'll do this. All right. I'm sorry, Cindy. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got Hakeef Jeffries. I got him off the screen for you. I got it. We deported him off the screen. We got it. They want to defund the police so there's no one to enforce the law, but they never think about the facts that that'll apply the law everybody follows. These people that think about getting rid of law enforcement and ICE, they don't think about the consequences later. They don't think, man, they're not thinking about nothing. Their brain function can't even think past next Tuesday. Okay? These are the kind of people that get a paycheck and it's gone on Saturday, and now they're complaining about their life until they get the next paycheck. Then they're happy, and then it's gone on Saturday, and then it's over. They don't even, and then they don't even try to change the situation. That you're stuck at a job for like 4 years. You never even tried to get another job. You never even seeked education. You never tried to do a side hustle. You never tried to go apply at other places. You never tried to compete for a higher salary with some of your coworkers. None of that shit. You just complain. And now you're out here pissed off. You found something that everyone else is pissed off about that also sucks at life, and now y'all can all come together in the streets, yell at some brick walls in the sky and some clouds, and now y'all can all yell together. So crazy, man. There's so many duds in society. These people that have completely failed at life, you know? Completely failed at life. And they want to blame everyone else for it, when they have nothing holding them back other than their own laziness. Anyways, man, I can talk about that kind of shit all day long, but I'm not going to do that. We got to get on with the show. I want to try to end this show around 10 o'clock. All right. So, we got to talk about this stupid rumor that came out this morning. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Don't forget, anything $2 or more goes towards the super chat goal. So if you guys want to fund the show, don't forget to hit that super chat. Those gifts or whatever, the poops, the happy poops, they don't go towards the goal, just to let y'all know. Or super stickers, they have to be super chats. Which I don't know why super stickers don't go towards the goal. Doesn't really make sense to me, but that's how YouTube wants to run. Thank you, Heavy Hook, for the 100. Mr. Mike with another 10,000 this time. He said, "Great show, bro. Keep it up." What's that like? Gotta be like $5 or something. I don't know. It's one of those. Hey, man, thank you. I appreciate you, Mr. Mike. Anything that's got that many zeros in it makes me happy. That's all I know. All right. Yeah. And then they paid $100K in college loans for indoctrination. That's crazy. And they're never going to pay their student loans off for the rest of their lives. That's the craziest part. I would say 1% of people that get college loans actually pay that shit off. 1%. Probably lower than that too. Anyways, let's get to this this next story. This morning, the New York Times came out with this crazy rumor. Okay, they are saying that federal agents around the country were told in recent days that the FBI will no longer investigate confrontations with immigration agents, ICE, cases that sometimes yield evidence that could be used to prosecute DHS agents implicated in violent encounters, according to people briefed on the decision. Now, this guy, he is an executive producer with MS Now. Okay? MS Now. He says blue sky. Yeah. You already know he's a crazy woke leftist, right? Kyle Griffin. He's using New York Times as a reference. Well, Homeland Security, DHS, came out themselves and said, yeah, this is false. The relationship between DHS and the Justice Department in investigating assaults on federal officer cases has not changed, and the FBI will continue to investigate in accordance with agency policy. This administration has been clear: anyone who assaults law enforcement will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. So, it's just a stupid rumor, right? Well, we actually have news stations. No, I kid you not. News stations are running with rumors and making videos out of them because they're so desperate to keep the conversation going about ICE. Local news networks, constantly.
Now to the investigation into recent shootings by immigration officers in Texas and Maine. The New York Times reports federal agents have been told the FBI will no longer investigate confrontations involving ICE officers, but the Trump administration denies the reports. Here's ABC.
Here's the danger about this, right? These guys are spreading a rumor like it's just factual news. Because people are at home listening to this in their neighborhood, most likely in Houston, right? Right around where this shooting happened. These same people that are out there protesting over the weekend and all this, now they turn on the TV. They don't all they hear in their heads is, oh, ICE isn't being investigated anymore. Now they can just shoot us and nobody's going to hold them accountable. This is just a stupid rumor that was just squashed, but yet the mainstream media is putting this message out there. And now these people are going to be, I'm guaranteeing you, we're going to be hearing that at Delaney Hall or at some other protests. Are going to be like, did you know that the FBI isn't even investigating ICE anymore whenever they shoot and kill someone? How much you want to bet we're going to hear that in the near future? Because I know what's going to happen. Someone is going to hear this rumor and they're going to run with it, and they're going to act like it's pure facts.
He's Karen Waugh.
This morning, the Trump administration is denying a report in the New York Times, saying federal agents have been told the FBI will no longer investigate confrontations involving immigration agents. The Times reports agents were notified such cases would be instead handled by an agency called Homeland Security Investigations, which is an arm of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. This effectively leaves the agency to investigate itself. The FBI and Homeland Security deny there's been a policy change, saying this is false, adding the FBI will continue to investigate in accordance with agency policy. This report comes after 2 recent deadly shootings.
And now we talk about the shootings, blah, blah, blah. They do this shit all the time. It's just a way to get the people at home riled up. Here's another news station. Also doing the same thing, you know.
The Trump administration is denying a report in the New York Times, saying federal agents have...
Oh, it's literally a copy and paste of the other video. So this is 13 News Now. Now we have that same story being produced over here, WFAA. Like, they're just tossing these things around. It's just, this is like, what do they call this? It's propaganda. It's just a weaponized propaganda. We just loop the message around, throw it out there. It repeats in your head. Once you heard it enough times, you believe it's true. You're not even going to do the research, nothing like that. You're just going to believe 100% sure it's true. It's crazy, the propaganda we have in our local news stations across the country, because most of us only see the main news networks, right? We only see the big Fox News. We only see the big CNN, MS Now, right? We forget about all these local news stations that are in your houses every day and in your specific areas. Like if I wasn't showing you guys local news stations all the time, you probably wouldn't see these stories because you don't live in that area. But these people are at home, they just got off work, and now they're being programmed, indoctrinated in their own houses by these news networks. Like the big ones like CNN, MS Now, they're bad, but these local news stations are even worse. They're targeted areas, right? Like they know the protesters are going to be out here in Houston or in Maine, so that's where they target those areas with these kind of stories. And then they just repeat them over and over and over again. How many videos have they put out about the 2 shootings that happened last week? But they're not talking about them that much on CNN or MS Now. It's these local news networks. They are flooding these people's they're just flooding their TV with a ton of stories about these shootings, repeating the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. They're just programming them, brainwashing them, you know? And it's terrible, man. It really is terrible. The propaganda is getting worse and worse. But we do have to talk about the actual deportations at hand, right? There was something that changed over the weekend. That's a pretty big change. All right. There's a court. It's called the Alien Terrorist Removal Court, ATRC. This thing was created in 1996. Hasn't been used ever. All right. It was created back in the day. This is a kind of like, they call it a shadow court because it's its own independent court system. It's got 5 judges on it and never been used, right? Well, Donald Trump said, oh, we're going to crank that bad boy up, but we're going to get these deportations going. All right. The Trump administration's activated a long dormant alien terrorist removal court. Now, this is a court that will, you know what I always tell you guys, right? There's 3.5 million asylum cases clogging up immigration court. We only have 700 immigration judges to go through all those cases, right? On top of all the brand new arrests and all the brand new deportation cases we got to go, not to mention the habeas lawsuits where we have to prove that we lawfully detained an illegal alien in order to get them out of the country, giving them way too much due process than they really should have, right? That whole court system's clogged up. Well, this one allows for the Trump administration to get the worst of the worst out of here. They can actually deport and expedite terrorists, alien terrorists, as they're called. Alien terrorists, right? So anybody that's in the cartels, anybody that's in a gang that's designated as a terrorist organization, they can immediately put them on a plane, get them the fuck up out of here. So it's a great way to basically fast track getting rid of the worst, which is great. All right. Is this going to please the left? Absolutely not. You know what they're going to say? They're going to say that they're using this court to get rid of illegals without giving them due process. That's all they're going to say. They're not going to care about nothing else. They're going to claim that they're just getting rid of illegals without giving them due process. That's the narrative. That's what's going to come out of this. Right? 5 judges, blah, blah, blah. Criteria included endorsing terrorist activity, membership in terrorist organization, or being a spouse or child of someone inadmissible on these grounds. Oh. So if you're related, or if you're a child, or you are the wife of one of these terrorists, then you got to go too. That's pretty crazy. So, yeah. That court is now it's going to be in effect here soon. All right. So that's only going to help deportations ramp up. Right. But we have something that came out today, or it was introduced in the House on June 30th. So right at the end of last month, it was introduced in the House. This is the bill. It's called HR 9535. I cannot understand this. Nearly 50 House Republicans agreed that this is a good bill. This bill will allow illegal aliens who have been present as of May 31st. So anybody freshly coming into the government, into the country, which, you know, obviously we got the border locked down. There's not really anyone coming in here now, right? They're saying anyone that's been in here before May 36, 2026, or May 31st, 2026, they will be protected from ICE, from getting deported. All right. It's not giving them a pathway to citizenship, but what it's doing is making sure they are allowed to stay in the country and continue to work on these farms. Illegal aliens who work on farms to gain legal employment status and remain in the United States. That I cannot understand how in the hell we have 50 Republicans in the House that agree with this. 50. That's a lot, man. That's way more than I would have ever expected. This should have been like one of those bills that we just said, nah. We don't get that thing out of here. We're not even going to talk about that. Yeah, Trump will probably never sign this shit. This is just something that we should be aware of because exactly. That is 50 Republicans that need to be voted the fuck out. Need to be deported from Congress. You know what? Let me see if can I get a list of this? Let's see if ChatGPT can give us a list. Let's see what we got, man. Hey, maybe your representative is here on the list. Maybe mine is too. Let's see who we got. Glenn Thompson is the sponsor. Pennsylvania. So take a look at this list. All right, we got Washington State. Blue ass state, right? Idaho, Mike Simpson, Randy Feenstra, David, Trent Kelly, Monica De La Cruz. Here in Texas. I'm looking for names that I notice that are very familiar. Mike Kelly. These are a lot of the people that don't stay. Laura Lee in Florida, really? Oh yeah, she's the one that isn't she the one that wanted to give amnesty to illegals that work here? She may have been one of the ones sponsoring this bill a long time ago, actually. Y'all look at your state, see if your state is in this list. Maria, oh, maybe it was her. I don't remember. There's only 4 Democrats on the bill. So if you need to pause this and go over this list, y'all, make sure your representative isn't on here. The thing is, you know, like Lone Wolf says, the bill is dead. It's not going to pass, right? But we have an issue. If you have 50 House Republicans that are in favor of this, that's not good. You know what that tells me? That there's way too much bureaucracy, way too much influence from the lobbyists on the Republican Party. And we know this, right? If you got the money, you own Congress. Lobbying is bad. How can we have a just Congress if you're able to buy out these Congress members, you know, and then influence them to make sure they give you bills, pass bills that help you make more money, keep your power, right? I mean, let's be real, y'all. If y'all want to make change in this world, yeah, you can build influence, you can gather people together to do things. But if you want to make some actual change, you want to really change things in the world, you need some money. Without money, you're not doing nothing, baby. Without money, you ain't doing nothing. If you broke, you ain't doing nothing. All you got is your vote. That's it. You got two choices in this world. Sit down, shut up, or become powerful. That's it. And all of us, if we're sitting down and shutting up, at least we can try to live comfortably. You know, make some good money, enjoy the time we have with our families, and fuck, I mean, what are you supposed to do? You can't stop these people. That's one of the negatives about capitalism, because anybody can become rich and powerful and they can start making changes, right? I mean, look at George Soros. He's able to do all sorts of shit just with his money. And he's not even about making money. He's about just influencing the world, making changes on the world, right? When you get to that level of wealth and power, yeah, you control all sorts of stuff. What bill is this? Here, you can read it right here. But you know, shit, man, you really can't do nothing in this world without money. See, y'all think money is just going to work and building wealth. Like, all that is just so you can live comfortably and have a good time and spend it on some shoes or some nice clothes or some new tech or some new furniture or whatever. That's what y'all think money's for. There's people that look at money, it's just a tool. You know, we look at it because we need to survive. We need it to survive, right? They look at money like it's a utility. It's a tool. They are way past surviving. Fuck, man, these people can't spend money fast enough when they get to that level, you know? They're thinking about, how do I create more power? How do I generate more money? It's pretty, man. Y'all got to get out this broke mindset. There's a lot of people out there that are stuck in this broke mindset. Some dude the other day was like, you know, oh yeah, I'm going to work my whole life and then have a couple years left to have a good time. Nah, bro. Trust me. If you work your ass off at a young age, you'll be having nothing but a good time, but you're still going to be working. You're still going to be working. Nobody retires and just sips on some tea every day and chills and stares at their backyard and say, yeah, this is the life. Man, every man that retires keeps on working. You got to do something. You got to like keep yourself busy. People die of boredom. Men that like work their asses off and get to that level to where they can retire and then they can chill out, they start dying and rotting away of boredom because their purpose in life was to get to that point. Like me, I'm never going to stop work. I will work to the day I die. That's just like my grandpa did. That man was 85 and he was still outside building on his house right before he had a heart attack or cardiac arrest, I guess. But he was still out there working on his house, improving the house. Come over, he's on a ladder fixing a door. Like, shit, man. He never stopped working. Even when he retired, he was so bored at home, he just kept on building onto his house. You know, I'm never going to stop grinding. I'm going to be working to the day I die. But anyways, yeah, miserable little House bill here. Is it going to pass? Absolutely. It's not going to pass. Hell, most of the Republicans are calling it out. Randy Fine, lots of Republicans are calling it out as well. This, if they actually agreed with this, they're just really ending their own career. So good luck with that. That's just 50 Republicans that we got to replace next go around. All right. So pay attention to that. Again, if your person was on that list, make sure to vote him out. if you have someone who can actually replace them the right way. All right, and I got one more story for y'all that we got to talk about. All right. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. Nails Costly, thank you for the $5. Correction, I said a few days ago that KS voting was August 5th, when in actuality it's the 4th. Vote, please. Vote, vote, vote. What is KS? I want to say Kansas. Right? Wounds Are Us, thank you for the 5. We vowed in 2024 we would get the trifecta, then clean house. It is now house cleaning time. Absolutely. This is the golden age. We better capitalize. Kansas, right? Okay. Speaking of voting, y'all, this is a big one. This is a big one when it comes to mail-in ballots, all right? So again, if you haven't already, hit that like button. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Something real quick, something really interesting is happening. My channel is not gaining any subscribers. So even though we had 30,000 views on one of my live streams this weekend, it literally gained 0 subscribers, which I can't make sense of that. Are you telling me that every single person that watched my channel that day didn't subscribe, or they are already subscribed? So I'm just kind of like, YouTube is screwing me over so bad when it comes to subscribers, or at least showing my videos to new people. That's the biggest problem I have right now. My videos are only being shown to my subscribers. They're not being shown to new people. And if they are, it says literally 1 or 2% of all of my views are going to new people. All the other views I get are just going to you guys, my subscribers. So first of all, shout out to you guys. Big shout out to you guys for holding me down, keeping this channel going. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out and having a good time. I desperately need it because YouTube will just not show me to new people, and I can't understand it. It's been like that since the beginning of this year, 2026. It's like I've done nothing but lose subscribers. And a lot of you guys say this, that you were unsubscribed, or that you had to resubscribe again, or that you don't get notifications. So, you know, it's a pain in the ass, y'all. It is a really big pain in the ass. It's like I'm working and I want to progress, but the YouTube's algorithm right now is just not letting channels grow. It's like, all right, you grew as much as you did. Now you just sit there. And it did not used to be that way. It used to be the more you worked, the more you put content out, the more the channel was shared with other people, right? And now it's just like they restrict your growth to keep you in a certain spot. It just doesn't make any sense, man. Sarah, thank you for the Unk Alert. And Sovereign Light, thank you for the $2. Thank you for all your work. Thank you, Sarah. I mean, Sovereign Light and Sarah. Thank you both. But at least we're growing on Rumble. I do see that. Rumble is growing. Oh, yeah. Rumble is growing, and I love to... Excuse me. I love to see it. I'm dropping more and more videos on Rumble right now, and they're actually getting views finally. So I love to see that Rumble is growing. We're trying to grow Kick as well. So we're just going to keep on going, man. I'm going to keep on pushing. I'm going to keep on going. You can't stop me. You can't stop the Daily Discourse. And we just keep running it up no matter what. So with that being said, let's talk about this last subject because it is so important when it comes to the midterms, man. Now, the Republicans have absolutely dominated the redistricting battle, the redistricting war that was going on in this country, all right? We have net gained, at the bare minimum, 10 seats in the House. Big shout out to Republicans for coming out and fighting that good fight and winning that conflict. On top of that, there was a massive change that happened this weekend that basically kind of stops mail-in ballots from occurring in blue states across the country. Why is it blue states? Because these are the states that refuse to show their voter rolls. And now there's an issue. There's a case that just unfolded where they will be punished for not showing those voter rolls. So first of all, back in March 31st, 2026, Donald Trump put out this executive order, right, ensuring citizenship verification and integrity in federal elections. So what this essentially does is give USPS, United States Postal Service, they have the ability to make a rule, all right? Since they are owned by the federal government told them, make a rule that makes sure that the states have to verify a person's citizenship before they even send a mail-in ballot to them. All right. Now, they put this rule in place immediately. They got to work the moment the executive order was put out. And of course, the NAACP sued the Trump administration, trying to shut it down. And they did. They stalled it for quite a while. And they were basically getting all the blue states wrapped up and protected in this thing, right? Well, over the weekend, the appellate court, all right, because obviously a corrupt, woke federal judge approved they gave the NAACP the win and they shut this thing down. Well, the Trump administration appealed it. And this weekend, the appellate court put a stay. All right, you can see in this first sentence, order that the motion for stay be granted. So what does that mean? That means that now this rule that is in place that says if you have not verified a person's citizenship, they do not get a mail-in ballot. Well, that is now active as of this moment. So illegal aliens will not be getting mail-in ballots. Neither will dead people, neither will non-existent people. They have to be living, regular people that are actually registered to vote in order to get their mail-in ballot. Now, this controls USPS, right? The state, however, can still have a workaround. They can get another postal service to administer these mail-in ballots. So there's that. This is mainly covering federal elections, meaning, midterm elections, presidential elections, things like that. If you're having a state and local government, this doesn't really affect that. So I believe for instances like what we just saw in LA, where clearly, they use mail-in ballots to cheat and get, oh my God, what's his name? I'm telling y'all, I am the worst when it comes to names, man. The guy that was just running for mayor and they got kicked out of the race. Somebody's going to say it. Somebody say it in the chat. You already know who I'm talking about. Spencer Pratt. Jesus, man. I am so terrible with names. We just saw them cheat and to get Spencer Pratt kicked out of the mayor race, right? So things like that can still happen. All these local elections, all those members, they're still going to be, that shit's still going to be rigged, okay? Unfortunately. But this does secure federal elections at the very least. So when we're voting for members of Congress, you're not going to be able to use mail-in ballots to cheat your way on that. Same thing with the presidential election. Now, remember, this is just a stay, right? This is just a stay temporarily until this thing unfolds in court. However, as long as this is stayed and this is where it is until the midterms happens, this is a massive advantage for the Republicans again, on top of us winning the redistricting war, right? So we got 10 new seats in the House. Now they can't use mail-in ballots to cheat in these elections, which we know they've been doing. I mean, come on. We all understand it. We know it. We get it. It's big for us, man. Now, another massive victory. Trump has fired members of an election commission. There was two Democratic members, and now Trump has fired both of them, and this thing is essentially shut down. Let's see what they're saying on woke Fox Local.
Trump has fired 2 of the 3 members of the Federal Election Assistance Commission. That will eliminate the ability of the commission to help local election officials prepare for the 2026 midterm elections. 2 commissioners, selected by congressional Democrats, each received an email yesterday that fired them. The White House issued a statement saying President Trump reserves the right to remove people who may not be aligned with, quote, securing America's elections. And to talk more about this right now, we're joined now by Georgetown.
Yeah, we don't need to hear her talk. I listened to her earlier, a bunch of mumbo jumbo. What this means is Republicans now get to choose the two people that will be on this election commission. People that hopefully we can actually trust, right? We get to set the standard of this thing. Because obviously this election commission wasn't doing jack shit for nobody. Okay, they were allowing election fraud to happen. They were probably paid off. I mean, we can't trust the Democrats as far as we can throw them, right? And now we're going to have Republicans in there with better standards. We can actually have more election integrity. And this just means better news for elections moving forward, especially after all the news that Donald Trump just dropped. Evidence of the 2020 election being rigged, influence from China. You got to remember, China is influencing through TikTok, social media. When you see all these bots all over X that are agreeing with these never Trumpers, or, you know, I'm starting to look at Gregory Bovino, and I'm looking in his comment section, and every time he posts something, he's got a wave of people that agree with him that there's no mass deportations happening, that Donald Trump doesn't know what he's doing, or that Tom Homan and Mullins are screwing us over. I see these things, man, and it's not a good pattern. It's not a good pattern when you have a narrative that everyone agrees with, and then you check these profiles and they look like bot accounts. They look like bot accounts nonstop, and I'm seeing it everywhere. Gregory Bovino actually commented on one of my posts today, and I'm looking at it, and everyone that posted after him, they all agree with him. They were all telling me I'm stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about. They didn't even read my post. I said literally that I like Homan. I like Bovino. I don't want it to be a conflict between them. I just want to say what works best for the country. Whatever works best for the country is what we need to go with. Well, they're over there telling me, you know, I'm stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about. This guy is full of shit. I'm like, okay, I get it. Listen, I get it. I understand it. I feel like I'm being attacked by bots. I've been attacked by bots many a time. It's always for the same narratives, these narratives that are supposed to hurt Donald Trump and his administration. They always seem to have a flood of bots that really pile it on, right? The same thing that happened with the Charlie Kirk incident, assassination attempt, right? All these people that piled on to Candace Owens and agree with them, all these anti-Israel bots, these Groyper bots. And I'm thinking that the influencers themselves aren't aware that they're being slammed with bots. What did I tell you guys? I've been telling y'all guys about this for well over a year now. On TikTok, they trick normal people into being leftists. How do they do that? Well, maybe they go on TikTok and they post something where they're asking questions about, I didn't understand this political thing, right? Which is better, the left or the right? Or they say something that's in favor of the left a little bit, right? Or maybe they're asking questions. Is ICE really kidnapping kids from schools? Well, these bot farms, they literally swarm that video, and they will hit it with 100,000 views, thousands of likes, thousands of comments, where all the comments agree that yes, ICE is going in there and kidnapping kids right out of schools, or they're arresting people right out of the schools, right? That's how the bots work. They flood your system. They flood your phone with notifications. And then you're thinking, wow, well, if this many people agree, they're thinking, well, if this many people agree with me, it must be true. And that's the problem. That is the problem. When you have thousands of bots that seem legitimate, agreeing with your propaganda, you start to believe it. You start to really think you're spitting facts. You don't get challenged, right? So you just think what you're saying is true. Yep, see, there's 10,000 people that agree with me. It must be true. It's the new way of brainwashing right here in your phone, right? You think it's people agreeing with you. It's not, man. Like you guys in the chat, I check y'all's accounts. I check every one of y'all. That's right. Maybe not every one of y'all, but I do check your account. I got to make sure I'm not being swarmed by bots too. The thing is, it's harder for live streamers because you guys are in here in the chat every time. Y'all will be sitting here. We won't be talking about the same subject every day. Like if I was Candace Owens, I would talk about Charlie Kirk every day and Tyler Robinson every day. So the same bots would flood my system. Well, there's some days where I don't talk about the same subject over and over again, right? I'm very diverse over here. I talk about all sorts of things. Sinful Clam, no, I ain't checked yours. Don't worry. You're on the list. You're on the list, buddy. But I talk about all sorts of things. So you can't really target me with bots unless it's one of my videos where I'm talking about one specific subject. And I've had to deal with that. When I talk about Bernie Sanders, got swarmed with bots. When I talked about Jasmine Crockett, swarmed with bots. When I talk about Tyler Robinson, swarmed with bots. I'm telling you, bro, the bot issue is real. And I've dealt with it so much on my end that I see it every time it starts happening. I see the patterns, man. You can even see it in the YouTube analytics. You'll see a big chunk of views in like 2 hours, and then it flatlines. YouTube usually goes up and tapers off like a curve, but you see a big chunk. It'll just be like a big spike and then just flatlines. It's like, that was a bot attack right there. You can see it clear as day. So it's bad, man. That's how they're brainwashing you guys. Just sitting here through the internet. Now, one last thing to touch on is the SAVE Act, man. I can't understand why we can't get Republicans to get together. Well, Susan Collins said, I'm not going to vote for the SAVE Act because it's too draconian and all this other BS, right? She's so dumb. You know what? I'm endorsing Ashley Webb today, baby. I'm endorsing Ashley Webb, baby. Okay? As a matter of fact, I even posted that. I said, look, fuck Susan Collins. I'd rather just have Ashley Webb. At least I can make content out of her. Yeah. Content, baby. Look at it.
Medical records that don't add up.
What is it?
Birth records.
Okay, wait, birth records.
I'm gonna lose subscribers for endorsing Ashley Webb.
I don't want to.
Well, fuck, Susan Collins ain't no better. Can't talk about that old decrepit bitch. At least I can get some content out of Ashley Webb.
When I was born.
Hey man, it takes a lot of balls to be up here in a moo-moo out in the public.
The hospital admin for the medical records signed off on the birth record, and
shit,
filed it.
Shut up. I said, damn it, Tommy. What did he say? He said, you cannot tell me this isn't two severely mentally ill men. I said, damn it, Tommy, you leave Ashley Webb alone. He is, throw up on my mouth a little bit. She is going to win Senate and provide us with years of content to laugh and enjoy. I endorse Ashley Webb for Senate. My protest sign will say, if it's got an apple, it's got a what, class? Why is that man wearing a muumuu? It's the only thing that stretches enough to where he can wear it. Good Lord, man. What's wrong with our country? Where is it? There it is. I'm taking a stance right now. I endorse Ashley Webb for Senate of Maine. Yeah. Liar. Nah, facts. At least I can get some content out of this dude. Can't get nothing out of Susan Collins. Can't even get her to vote for the Save America Act. But just wanted to reiterate to you guys that yes, look, everybody across the board, white, Latino, black, Oh, they don't have that too. Democrat, Republican, everybody across the board, 70% and up agree with the SAVE Act. Everybody, there's no other issue where the left and right have come together to vote for something. Like to come together on an issue and agree with it, right? The first ever in history. And you can't Thune, the Republican, is the one holding it up? Oh, we just ain't got the votes, bud. We just ain't got the votes, bud. Are you kidding me? Bro. Just pass it, please. God. Congress, if there's anything the American people have been screaming at the rooftops to get done, it's pass the America Save Act. Please. But they can't even do that, man. And it's a Republican, of all people, holding it up. That's what's terrible about it. That's just a slap in the face. You know, we're so close, and it's our side that's holding it up. But you have to ask, too, if so many Democrats in the polls say they agree with the SAVE Act, then why won't the Congress members on the left also agree with it? You know, they always say that they listen to their voters. Well, do they? Apparently not. It should be easy for Democrats to come out and say that, oh, well, since our voters are agreeing with it, 70% of them, we might as well go ahead and throw some votes. At least a couple of them throw some votes in there. But no, because they know the game. They understand it. The Save America Act will destroy the Democrat Party forever. And so they refuse to pass it. And Senator Thune ain't got the balls to get it done. That's what's crazy, man. Yeah, right. Scott Pressler came out and said, if they pass the Save America Act, I will shave off my hair. My boy didn't need a haircut. He got some long locks. But anyways, I can't understand it, man. The only thing that makes sense is corruption, cheating in elections. It's the only thing that makes sense to why they will not pass it. So here we are, bro. Here's where we are, 2026. It's like it should be a no-brainer, but we're still sitting here on the edge saying, what happened? What happened, guys? Why couldn't you get it done? Oh, you know, solar winds and, you know, flat earth and stuff like that. Anyways, so whatever. Didn't Thune pass it already for Graham? No. No, the House passed it. But now it's going to the Senate where it's just going to sit there and die again anyways. It's so dumb, man. It's so dumb. But anyways, y'all, that's going to be it for tonight. We got a nice 2-hour show in tonight. We're going to be back at it tomorrow. You already know what it is. No more super chats, so we're going to go ahead and end it there. I'm going to give you guys the outro. And yeah, man. Great show. I absolutely loved it. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I love y'all so much. I'm going to have videos on my second channel. If you don't know about the second channel, head over to Arturo Reacts. I'm dumping so many updates about ICE. It's crazy. And it's actually working. The channel's growing. I'm giving you guys daily updates about anything that's really important. So y'all come check out this one, man. If you want videos, fresh videos during the day, updates on things dropping during the day, you'll come check this one out. And then the live stream is where we all convene at night and talk about these things. And of course, I drop videos for those of y'all that missed it. But anyways, man, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. You have yourselves a great night. I will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all take it easy, everyone.
Somebody once asked Donald Trump, how do you handle being at the center of all of this media attention? The whirlwind around you. How do you weather the storm? And he looked up and he said, I am the storm. I am the storm.
can have